Hey guys, I'm Josh, founder of SolidCross. A few people have asked me, why did you start SolidCross? What are you doing exactly? What's up with you teaching about the supplements? Well, today I want to have an honest discussion about mental illness. There's not going to be a lot of editing in this video because I'm just speaking from the heart. I have the greatest family in the entire world. Parents aren't divorced. I have grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles. We all spend a lot of time together. We all love each other to death. I have everything that everybody wants. And yet, my life has been hell. Luckily, lately, I've been doing very good. But let me explain why, because I know there are other people out there like me, and that's who I'm trying to help. When I was younger, when I was in kindergarten, I developed anxiety so bad, and I didn't know what it was back then. I would get to school or any place I'd be uncomfortable, and it would feel like my throat was closing up around me, and I'd just start gagging. And every day I went to school in first grade, I threw up in my locker every morning because that feeling was just, I hate to think about it right now even. It prevented me from being good at a lot of things I could have been good at because of the straight fear that I had. I mean, going to school was awful. I absolutely hated it. It seemed, looking back now, it doesn't seem like why I was making it a big deal, but it was the end of the world for me. As I grew up in elementary school, I still struggled with just the sheer anxiety. And then when I was in 5th grade, we decided that I should maybe try a medication. Now that's kind of where I'm wanting to go with this video is medications. I was put on Paxil to start with. First nightmare number 1. I became angry. I broke things, threw things, hit people. It was not me. So we went off Paxil and I got put on Lexapro, and that worked for a while. I still couldn't really play well in any major sporting event, even though I love sports, because I would just shut down from fear. So we get to high school. Now I'm 25 right now, so the last probably 10 years have been the most awful. Well, in high school, things just, I couldn't handle anything. I was an emotional mess. So we decided to go look into, a few other doctors and some more meds. And that's where, again, this is where I'm trying to take this video to. And I'm going to preface it with this. I am on 2 medications currently, and they are literally saving my life. I feel wonderful. I feel excellent. I felt the best I've ever felt. So I'm not here to bash pharmaceuticals because they can help save lives. What I'm here to do is I'm trying to let you guys know that more medication isn't always the answer. And I thought it was. For years of my life, I thought the more meds I was on, the better meds I was on, the better I would feel. So basically from 15 till today, I've been on a combination, or I shouldn't say combination, I've been on a total of 25 different antidepressants, all head meds as you call them. And they just really, they screwed me up. When I the first few meds that we tried when I was probably a junior in high school was Adderall. We were, we didn't know what I really was dealing with. We knew it was anxiety, but nothing could fix it. So, that for a person that takes Adderall that doesn't need Adderall, you get high. And it was awesome. But it was not right. So I struggled forming addictions right then and there. I could not sleep ever. So I was put on Seroquel. It's an antipsychotic. Long story. It helped me sleep, and it was supposed to help calm my thoughts. Well, here's what happened when I got put on all these meds. I went from anxiety to forming complete deep depression. Nobody that doesn't have depression can understand what it's like. So if somebody tells you, oh, just get over it, just feel better, they don't know. Nobody knows what it's like to feel completely at the bottom, and if there's a bottom to the bottom, you're there. And nobody can understand because everybody's personal experience is different from somebody else's. But those of us that have had depression, we know. So, I'm here to help you guys deal with that. So all the meds I got put in through high school really made me more depressed than anxious. And man alive, I just went downhill. I ended up in a treatment center in Cincinnati, and there's a long story to that. And they had put me on more drugs. Now, these were wonderful people. They taught me many coping skills. But I kept getting more medications thrown at me to try to fix the problem. I digress a little bit, though. When I was about a senior is when I really started researching. I spent hours upon hours, thousands of hours trying to research supplements, natural supplements that I could take that would help me feel a little better. I made the video on chlorella, cilantro, all that stuff I've learned and researched because I have been trying to find something to get my body healthier to let me feel better mentally. There are hundreds of different supplements that I've researched for hours to see if they could help me at all. And finally, I came to the realization that they can only help me once I got back closer to my original self, which is where getting off some of the meds is the problem. So it was about 4 years ago, I was on 5 different meds at the same time. I was on a drug called Mirapex. Now, this is a Parkinson's medication, but it's used off-label for depression because it's supposed to boost dopamine levels in the brain. I was on Klonopin at the same time, very powerful benzodiazepine. Those are benzodiazepines are scheduled substances. They're illegal drugs on the street. I was on Luvox, which I still am currently on, Lamictal, which I'm still currently on, and Seroquel. So my whole body was not being run by me. It was being run by these medications. And I'm going to try not to get choked up here. But when I was on those medications, I am a very, very, very moral person. I'm a good person. I take care of others. I take care of my family. I love everybody. And when I was on those medications, it made me do things that are against every fiber of my being. Every fiber of the person that I was, the good person that I was lost. I was controlled by, I felt like demons. I did things that I would never ever do in 1,000 years in my lifetime. Because I'm just not that kind of person. It was, I guess I can say I felt better. I wasn't depressed. I wasn't anxious anymore. I was strictly run by drugs. And when you lose your own sensibilities and your ability to make decisions on your own, and everything is being based off of obsessive, obsessive and addictive responses, your life can go bad really quickly, and it did. So I eventually, I guess I can say, hit rock bottom. And even when I was on these 5 meds, and I went into a deep, deep depression. You know, these meds are supposed to help get rid of that. And, oh boy, I'm just so happy that today I'm in a much better spot than I was then. Everything that happened, or that has happened since that point, is a blessing. Because if I would have stayed down that path of being on those 5 medications, I don't know where I would be today. It might not be here. Most likely would not be here. So it was after that, and you know, life hits rock bottom, and then you find out rock bottom has a basement, and you decide, well, I just can't. I just can't. I gotta somehow just get better. Now, I was never a person that really had thought about, I hate this word, but suicide, because I realized that I have a family and people that care about me more than anything in the world, and I'm so selfless, and that's probably some of the situation with depression and the anxiety I have, is that I don't want to hurt others. I would hurt myself before I would hurt other people. So I finally started getting off these meds. This was, let's see, March of 2016. And oh boy, going off Klonopin, going off Mirapex, going off Seroquel, the withdrawals your body suffers, physically and mentally, it's awful. You feel like somebody's stabbing glass, hot glass. Parts of your body all over just start to be in excruciating pain. With the Seroquel, which I had taken for 10 years to help me sleep, even when you wean off that, you can't sleep. I still don't. It's been probably a total of, oh boy, 15 months that I've been weaned off of that, and I still don't sleep at night. 4:30, 5 o'clock is when I'll fall asleep, and I take that, you know what, this is what I'm able to do right now, so instead of stressing about it, I've just learned to live with it. And thinking about this, about 2 months ago, I'm like, because I am taking all these natural supplements now, and I know that they are helping me in many ways, because if you're healthier physically and healthier mentally, you're going to feel better emotionally. So with the things we're going to do on this channel, faith, family, fitness, health, all of that is geared towards helping somebody be happier. And in my case, it's helping, you know, being happier with person with mental illness, just being happy in general. And this is where I'm going to state this again. Medications are wonderful. They can help save your life. But they are more medications are not the answer. And if you're feeling depressed and anxious right now, and we can try to help you before, say you're not on any medications yet, but you're thinking about it. If we can try to help you stay off medications altogether through, you know, certain health supplements, exercising, you know, scripture, whatever, that would be the biggest success that I probably could ever experience in my life, as not just as founder of SolidCross, but as a person. If I can keep somebody from going through the hell that I went through and help them at all, I know that I'm doing what the Lord wanted me to do. And for people that aren't necessarily religious or, you know, are that into faith, you don't have to shy away from me or the channel. Just listen to what we're doing. Just give it a shot. Always consult with your doctor still, but give it a shot and see if it helps, because if it helps and it can prevent you from being on these medications, not only will it save you massive amounts of money, it'll save you a lot of pain in the long run, if this can help. Now, I've always found that this can help a lot of the time, but there are always people that are going to need to get on some meds, and that is okay. That's not taboo. It shouldn't be taboo, because people that don't experience what we experience, they don't know. So don't listen to them. When they say, oh, you don't need that, they don't know. So ignore them and find somebody that does have the issue with you, and you can talk to them. And that's why I'm going to create kind of a forum post here where if you're struggling, you log on, there will be other people just like you that you can talk with and get advice from. And maybe, just maybe, they can help you feel a little better for the moment that you're in. Because you realize that when you live daily with depression, anxiety, that every moment that you feel just a little better in, it's like gold. It's worth more than money. It's worth more than anything, because you have some sort of relief. And that's why I'm here, to help you get relief before you get into the deeper depths of hell. The people that realize how much the low sucks is the people that realize when they appreciate how good the high, I don't like to consider it a high, that the normal is. And we cannot take that for granted. So that's what SolidCross is about. Let's help each other get better. Stay tuned, stay solid.